Welcome back to Across the Pitch. It's episode 8, and if you thought the football world was going to calm down, think again. We've got upsets, late drama, and enough missed chances to make you yell at your screen. You know the drill. Grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive into the madness. And hey, if you're new here, where have you been? Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation in the comments, because trust me, there's plenty to talk about. Let's get into it. Let's break this down. Como 2, Roma 0. Yes, you heard that right. Como came in as the underdogs and walked out like champions, leaving Roma wondering what just hit them. It took until the 93rd minute for the first goal, but wow, it was worth the wait. Alessandro Gabrieloni, with a poacher's finish from close range, slid it into the bottom left corner after a set-piece scramble. Patrick Cutrone with the assist. It was scrappy, but hey, they all count. Roma? They were standing there like statues, waiting for someone else to do their job. And then, as if that wasn't enough, Nico Paz decided to put the nail in Roma's coffin in the 97th minute. A blistering counterattack, a calm left-footed finish into the bottom left corner, and Como sealed the deal. Gabrieloni turned provider this time, and Roma's defense? Well, they might as well have been on the team bus already. Let's not pretend Roma didn't have their chances, though. Paulo Dybala had a couple of decent looks, including one that just grazed past the post. But it was one of those nights where Roma's attack just couldn't find its rhythm. Zeki Celik and Alexis Selemakers both sent shots into orbit when hitting the target would have done the trick. Como, on the other hand, was relentless. Nico Paz was a constant menace, hitting the bar early on and testing Roma's keeper with every chance he got. Patrick Cutrone and Aliou Federa added energy up front, keeping Roma on the back foot the entire second half. The final whistle blew, and Como pulled off a stunning victory. Roma? They'll be spending some extra time at the training ground after this one. It's a massive result for Como and a major wake-up call for Roma. All right, let's break this one down. AC Milan 0, Genoa 0, a game that promised fireworks but delivered, well, absolutely none. 95 minutes, countless attempts, and nothing to show for it. Let's dive into this snooze fest. Milan had their chances. Oh, plenty of them. Alvaro Morata hit the bar in the 79th minute with a shot that had everyone on their feet, only to watch it bounce away. Before that, he sent another shot just over the top left corner, because apparently, the net wasn't big enough for him tonight. Rafael Leão tried to inject some flair into Milan's attack, but his shots either got blocked or ended up in row Z. The best chance probably came from Emerson Royal's header in the 46th minute, but Genoa's keeper had it covered. It was like Milan was allergic to scoring. Genoa, on the other hand, didn't just sit back. Aaron Martin and Milan Badelj had their moments, but let's be real, it never looked like they were going to pull off a smash and grab. Andrea Pinamonti was out there running his socks off, but he couldn't create that one killer moment. By the end, both teams looked like they were content to settle for the draw, or maybe just happy it was over. Milan dominated possession and created chance after chance, but without a clinical finish. Possession is just cardio. Genoa, meanwhile, will be thrilled to escape with a point. 0-0. A match to forget for Milan and a point that feels like a win for Genoa. Let's hope for more action next time, because this one, it's not making the highlight reel. All right, let's talk Bologna versus Fiorentina. Final score, Bologna 1, Fiorentina 0. And let me tell you, it wasn't exactly a thriller, but it got the job done for Bologna. The decisive moment came in the 59th minute. Jens Odgaard found himself in the right place at the right time and calmly slotted one into the center of the goal. Credit to Remo Freuler for setting it up. It was a smooth assist, and Odgaard made no mistake. Fiorentina's defense? Let's just say they were doing a great impression of a revolving door. Before that, both teams were doing their best to create something out of nothing. Santiago Castro hit the post early in the second half, and you could almost hear the collective gasp from the Bologna fans. Fiorentina had a couple of decent chances too, with Moise Kean and Jonathan Ikone both coming close but failing to deliver. Bologna's keeper, Łukasz Skorupski, deserves a shout-out for keeping things tight at the back. He was solid whenever Fiorentina managed to sneak through, especially saving a header from Amir Richardson that could have turned the tide. By the end, Fiorentina looked frustrated and out of ideas, while Bologna just did enough to hang on. It wasn't pretty, but hey, a win's a win. Bologna gets the 3 points, and Fiorentina is left scratching their heads, wondering where it all went wrong. All right, let's break this one down. Parma 2, Verona 3. A match that had everything: goals, drama, and enough twists to make a soap opera jealous. Verona wasted no time and opened the scoring in the 5th minute. Diego Coppola rose like a skyscraper and smashed a header into the bottom right corner off a gorgeous cross from Abdu Haroui. Parma's defense? Nowhere to be found. But Parma answered back in the 19th minute. Simon Sohm capitalized on a scrappy corner and tapped one in from close range to make it 1-1. It wasn't the prettiest goal, but Parma fans didn't care. They were back in it. Fast forward to the second half, and Verona took control again. Amin Sarr made it 2-1 in the 57th minute with a composed finish right down the center. Then Daniel Mosquera came off the bench in the 75th minute and added a third, slicing through Parma's defense like a hot knife through butter. 3-1, and Verona looked like they had it in the bag. But Parma wasn't done yet. Simon Sohm struck again in the 90th minute with a rocket from outside the box, finding the bottom left corner and giving his team a glimmer of hope. It was 2-3, and the final moments were pure chaos. Parma threw everything forward in stoppage time, but Verona held firm. Despite the late surge, the final whistle blew, and Verona walked away with all 3 points. Parma, on the other hand, will be kicking themselves for their defensive lapses. A thrilling match from start to finish, and Verona proved they can handle the pressure. Parma? They'll need to tighten things up at the back if they want to avoid more heartbreak like this. All right, let's talk Lecce versus Monza, a match that had goals, drama, and just enough chaos to keep us all on the edge of our seats. Final score? Lecce 2, Monza 1. Let's break it down. Lecce came out swinging early. Just 3 minutes in, Tete Morente opened the scoring with a sharp finish to the bottom right corner. Medan Berisha set it up with a clever assist, and Lecce looked like they meant business. But the game wasn't about to stay simple. In the 37th minute, Lecce handed Monza a lifeline with an own goal. Patrick Dorgu, bless his heart, accidentally redirected the ball into his own net. It was the kind of moment you replay in your head for days, and suddenly, it was 1-1. Lecce wasn't ready to let that define their night, though. Just before halftime, Nikola Kristovic stepped up to restore the lead. He smashed a right-footed shot into the top left corner after a silky assist from Santiago Pierotti. 2-1, and the home crowd was buzzing. The second half was all about Lecce holding their ground. Monza had their chances. Daniel Maldini and Danny Mota both came close. But Lecce's defense and keeper Vladimiro Falconi stood tall. Lecce even flirted with extending their lead in the dying moments, but Patrick Dorgu's shot went wide. When the final whistle blew, Lecce walked away with 3 hard-earned points. Monza? They'll be wondering how they didn't get more out of the game, but Lecce's resilience was the story of the night. What a match! And that's a wrap for episode 8 of Across the Pitch. Thanks for hanging out with us and breaking down all the chaos, drama, and, let's be honest, questionable decisions from this week's matches. If you had a blast, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you're the first to know when we drop the next episode. And don't be shy. Head to the comments and tell us your thoughts, hot takes, or just who you think needs to spend extra time at the training ground. Until next time, keep the passion alive, keep the banter rolling, and we'll see you right here on Across the Pitch.